Hello everybody. Today we will be discussing about PMBOK, that is Project Management Body of Knowledge. This is a subtopic of Project Management Institute elective for BE Semester 8 Civil. Sometimes we call it as a PMBOK or PMBOK or Project Management Body of Knowledge. Now, what do you mean by the project management body of knowledge? PMBOK, the process groups, are the chronological phases that the project goes through, and the knowledge areas occur throughout any time during the process groups. The process groups are horizontal and the knowledge areas are vertical. So this is the main idea that is given. The process groups involved, these are going to be horizontal and the knowledge areas are vertical. They are the core technical subject matter of the project management profession, and they bring project to life. This project management body of knowledge is divided into 10 knowledge areas. That is project integration management, project scope management, project schedule management, project cost management, project quality management, project resource management, project communications management, project risk management, project procurement management, and last, the project stakeholder management. We will see one by one and what are going to be the important points. Coming to the first one, it's regarding the project integration management. How we are integrating the project. The knowledge area contains the tasks that hold the overall project together and integrate into a uniform whole. So what we do, we develop a project charter. We have already seen what is a project charter. So in integration management, we develop a project charter, and also we develop a project management plan. That is the main idea. Number one, it is about developing a project charter, and two, developing a project management plan. Three, direct and manage the project work. The process encompasses the production of the project's deliverables. 4. Manage project knowledge. Most projects require the acquisition of additional knowledge. This requires active management to ensure the project finishes on time and budget. Then it is about the monitoring and controlling of the project work. Then it is about perform integrated change control. Here in this process contains the work necessary to monitor the project, perform earned value analysis of the project, and also perform integrated change control and close project or phase. So this is the first phase, that is a project integration. Second one, we call it as a project scope management, where you can see the scope of the project is being well defined. This knowledge area involves project scope, that is the work that is included within the project. That means the boundaries are clearly defined. It is very easy for people to insert unauthorized work into project when the project appears to be big enough to absorb it. But most projects are estimated within the minimum costs. So the points that we do, there is going to be a plan scope management that is being prepared. We try to collect the requirements for the project scope management. We define the scope, We prepare a work breakdown structure. We validate the scope during the project. Deliverables are validated. They are approved by the recipient, and also there is a control scope. The scope statement must be revisited regularly in the light of the project work. The third one is known as the project schedule management. So schedule always it talks about the time factors. This is usually the most time consuming knowledge area. During planning, the project manager must divide the project into tasks and create both a schedule and budget for each task. So the things which are included, it is about the project schedule management. We define the activities. We define what are the sequence of activities. We estimate the activity duration, and also we prepare a schedule for all the activities. The fourth point, it is the project cost management. The project budget is usually one of the most sensitive parts of the project. Here what we do, the budget must be established through rigorous estimating techniques and monitored to ensure there are no unnecessary changes that make stakeholders unhappy. So the points to be noted, we prepare a plan cost management, we estimate the cost, we determine the budget, and there is always a controlled cost to be done for the project. Fifth one, it is about project quality management. Quality is one of the triple constraints we have, that also we have studied. What are the triple constraints like time, cost and quality. Because of this integral nature of the quality of the project's deliverable, the quality level should be established during the project planning and specified with the project management plan. So what we do is, we prepare a plan quality management. We manage the quality, that is the processes that ensure the quality of the deliverables must be inspected regularly, and also there is a control of quality. Sixth one, project resource management. It's about the different kinds of resources that we are making use of. The project team is usually one of the most important factors in the success of the project. If you have a good team, you will have a successful project. The knowledge area is concerning with acquiring the right team, ensuring their satisfaction, and tracking their performance. So the items included, it is regarding, we prepare a plan for the resources, especially the human resource management, estimate the activity resources, acquire resources, develop a proper team, manage the team, and also there is going to be a proper control of human resource management. 7. It is about the project communication management. Communication with the stakeholders is often the key factor that allows stakeholders to be satisfied even when unexpected changes happen. So a proper communication between the project manager and the people working in the organization. So that is what we call it as the communication management. It is essential to develop a communication plan to keep all stakeholders in the loop throughout the project and communicate early and often when the unexpected issues occur. Here what we do, we prepare a communication management plan. The communication management plan identifies the regular communication requirements of each stakeholder, such as investor circulars, progress updates, and so on and so on. It also identifies any specific communication procedures for unexpected issues or project changes. It monitors the communications properly, and also it manages the communication. 8. It's regarding the project risk management. Managing the project risk is one of the most underrated aspects of the project management. That means we should be able to identify what are the possible risks that can happen in the project. Major risks are very seldom identified up and analyzed within the project management plan. But when they are project stakeholders, tend to forgive the unexpected issues much quicker. So what we do, we prepare what we call it as a risk management plan. Then second, we identify the risk that can happen. We perform the qualitative risk analysis and also perform the quantitative risk analysis. We plan risk responses and implement risk responses and also monitor the risk. These are what we are doing in the project risk management. 9th one, project procurement management. Almost all the projects have some form of outside procurement. That means we are procuring the material for the project from the outside. Hiring subcontractors can get the job done quicker or with a better expertise, but sacrifices the ability to control the quality, schedule, or other factors. So what we do, we make a procurement management plan. The procurement management plan identifies the outside procurement needs of the project and parameters under which the contractors will be procuring it. We conduct procurements and also there is a control of the procurements. What are the things we are procuring it. And the last, 10th one, project stakeholder management. This is the most important one. It is about the people who are involved in the project. We call it as the stakeholders. So it is about the project stakeholder management. The stakeholders should be actively managed and addressed within the project management plan. What we do, we identify the stakeholders, we plan a stakeholder engagement, we manage the stakeholder engagement and also monitor the stakeholder engagement. So this is what we call it as the project stakeholder management. So these 10 are known as the 10 factors of PMBOK, by which the project from day 1 to end, how it is being managed. That is what PMBOK, 10 areas of project management body of knowledge, PMBOK. Thank you very much.